My name is Saije Catcheway. I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba. My background is Ojibwe, and I play for the Ryerson women's hockey team.
As an Indigenous athlete, who inspired you to pursue hockey?
Absolutely my dad. He was the one who put me into skates and took me to the outdoor ring for hours on end when I felt like I couldn't do it anymore, when my feet were icicles. He just kept telling me to 10 more shots, and it ended up being 100 more shots. But, he really pushed me through and got me to where I am today, so I owe it to him. There were barriers along the way, for sure. I mean, the easiest was that I played boys hockey as a girl growing up, but once I started taking hockey more seriously and wanting to be at a higher, more elite level, I was, going to the outdoor rinks, working out in my basement, just doing anything I can. I didn't have the financial support to go into specialized training on or off the ice.
Since you were living off reserve, did you ever feel disconnected from your Indigenous community?
Living off reserve, there was times where I would feel disconnected, especially when I was younger. And so I was kind of living like two worlds, where when I would go to my community, I was kind of like proving myself to them, and then I would come home and sort of prove myself to this private school as well. So at times I felt very confused about my identity. I wasn't too sure where I belonged. I felt at home when I was at my community. I also felt at home when I was going to school in Winnipeg. So it was strange. It was like, where do I feel most myself, and where can I be most comfortable, because I found comfort in both places. And so for a long time that was really confusing for me. But as I've gotten older and sort of reflected on what I do call home, I'm finding comfort in that I have multiple homes. I have homes where my community and my family are. I have my actual home where I grew up with my parents. I have a home here at Ryerson as well. After moving to Toronto, it was a huge culture shock. I was scared I wasn't going to fit into this community, but after being part of the Ryerson women's hockey team and just having such great support systems here at Ryerson, I do feel as though I belong somewhere. I feel like I found a place where I'm comfortable with.
There you go, Bax!
I called that. Connecting with teammates who weren't of the same background as me was definitely challenging. In the sense, I enjoyed and loved all of my teammates equally throughout the years.
Good support, Avery!
Made sure that I was learning things from them, made sure I was building strong, true connections to them, but for sure just implementing myself in a community or an environment that I know doesn't necessarily understand or recognize where I'm from is underlyingly hard. You don't really know what true self you need to be, and that's another thing of identity, is just being confident enough to be yourself and trusting that those around you are going to like you. I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to be myself as a leader, and so I've wanted to just stay true to myself, and I think that comes a long way with my journey and just finding my identity and being confident in myself. I'd love to be a coach, just to make every player feel important, because there's so many times when I was a player and I just felt so unrecognized, like just another player on the bench, Anyways, I'd love to be a coach. With recognizing that Ryerson and Toronto are a community that I belong to now, I really think it's important for me to give back to this community. A way that myself and the Ryerson women's hockey team are planning to give back is through an initiative of a Orange Game. It'd be our first annual Orange Game, and it is basically just to bring awareness and show our support for Indigenous communities and what the Indigenous culture has gone through Canada's history. And hopefully we can inspire the younger generation of Indigenous hockey players through our game.
If there were members of your Indigenous community sitting in these stands with you right now, what would you say to them?
Chimigwech, which means thank you. Thank you for sticking by my side and being a family to me. I hope I'm making you proud. I hope that wherever I end up is somewhere that's gonna allow me to give back to you. And I just want to say thank you.
Can you describe in one word how you feel when you're on the ice?
Powerful.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. When the sun rises, when the sun up to my chin. Won't stop